So carrying on with the winter theme that we started a couple of weeks ago. So this one I actually started at home from this photograph.
Oh, that's lovely.
So I took the photograph quite a few years ago, obviously, but it's a bit of a flat line. So this morning I've just been trying to change it a little bit and try and make it more dramatic image. So this was going to be my Christmas card this year, but my wife thought it looked really bleak. And I remember I'd done that little picture of Regent Street last year, so that became the Christmas card. But who knows, if this gets any better, it might be next year. So what I did was I pretty much painted, that scene. But then this morning I thought it might be better to try and, I got this photo off the internet and the light is quite nice and strong, so it's a different angle. It is Hadley Castle, but I was thinking, try and get a sense of the light maybe being on one side of the castle and the other side in shadow. But to achieve that, I needed to darken the background a bit. So it's an oil painting. So this I painted about a week ago, so that's all dry. So it means that if I want to put more colour over the top, this is one of the things I like about oil paintings, is that you can keep changing it. And if it goes, I'm just going to make that a little bit more slightly pinky. So I'm using the water mixable oils, and this is a little bit of oil painting medium, which is it just extends the paint out a little bit. So if I wanted to get this sky, even darker or pinkier, I could do that. I can just kind of add more to what's there. But if I didn't like it, it should be fairly possible to take it back to how that particular layer. So I'll try it with water. I'll just try and wash some of this out with, maybe just with water or the water and the medium. I'll take some of that
have
out.
you mixed water with the oil?
Well, this particular oil paint you can do, yeah. So I can literally lift that out. But it's a nice thing about it. You can be a bit experimental. You can play around with it. If one layer, you get to the underpainting working well, but you want to make changes. You can try things out. And if it doesn't work out, you can just literally wipe it off, wash it out, and go back to that layer. So that's effectively what I've done there. I'll just move some of this around a bit, because I thought this morning I've definitely preferred it the way it was, the way it is now to how it was before. I was wondering if it looked better if this was a bit yellower, a bit warmer maybe. So again, I can just experiment with changing the colour a little bit.
Excuse me.
That's all right. Perhaps try some yellows in here, through here. And really, I would need to get rid of most of the very lightest tones here. Not necessarily realistic, but maybe it's a way of adding a bit of drama to the image. Just taking that right back down there. Same here. And then these edges here, let's just go a tiny bit brighter there. So I'll just mix them off right. Just have that. It's a nice sort of light edge where try and give the impression of the sun just catching that edge. And the same here. Just soften that out on my fingers. So just wanted to sort of demonstrate that really, just where you can change images. Much more forgiving than watercolour. You can just keep going forever with these. So that's that. When we come back in, so we've got one more week on this project, sort of winter scenes, and I might try something with lights, maybe next week, just something else to demonstrate, perhaps something based on my card. And then when we're back, I was thinking the first few weeks, January really, perhaps quicker, smaller projects, perhaps 1 week projects. And I was thinking one idea would be to maybe bring an interesting object, some sort of object in, and perhaps just do some either quick drawings or quick paintings. But the idea being, sometimes we can learn a lot more by just working quite quickly rather than getting too bogged down in a big project. So if you fancy that, that's an idea.
Can I bring a dog in?
You can, yeah. keep film. That'd be good. Yeah. I could bring my, yeah, they wouldn't mix that up. I thought, oh, well. Would you sit still? Was it a she or a he?
Sorry?
Would it a he or a she?
So he.
Would he sit still?
No.
That might be good. Yeah, yeah, that'd be an interesting debate.
He'd be interested in biscuits.
Okay, all good. Right, okay, let's crack this.